My 5 biggest homeschool tips. Let's talk about it. Hi everyone, my name is Sydney. If you are new here, if you are not, welcome back. I'm so happy you guys are here. Let's talk about my 5 biggest homeschool tips. Tip number 1, do not compare your homeschool, the way you homeschool, to anyone else. Absolutely anyone else, okay? The way you are doing it is what works best for you, for your family, for your children. And the number one stiller of all of your joy is comparison. Just don't do it. Don't go down that road. Don't go down that rabbit hole. Don't look at all of the people on social media and compare the way that you are doing it with the way that they're doing it. I remember when I was I just finished up my first year, and when I was into it, I would see other people showing what they were doing, and I would just sit there and wonder should I try something different? Should I be doing what they're doing? And it would kind of put me into a spiral, and I quickly had to learn to use those people, even people like me, as just a form of encouragement, a form of research, someone showing you kind of what works for them, but it doesn't mean that you have to do it or that it will work for you. Just don't compare yourself. If what you are doing is working, that's all that matters, and you don't have to worry about what anyone else is doing or what is working for them, because you know what's working for you and you know your children the best. Tip number 2, when you are first thinking about homeschooling, you just want to buy all of the curriculum. And my tip is to start small. Start with the core subjects. Start with your language arts, your math, handwriting. It kind of depends on the age of your child, but if they are younger, I started in kindergarten. Just start with the basic core subjects, and know that you can add on to that down the road as the time goes on. You don't have to have everything all at once. It's okay to dip your toes in slowly, kind of get a feel for it, kind of get a rhythm of what this is like, and then you can add on to it weeks, even kind of months into your journey into homeschooling, and it is totally okay to do it, and I would actually strongly recommend it. Tip number 3, try to stick to the curriculum that you have already invested in and are using. I fell into this trap. This kind of goes along with seeing what other people are using and falling into this comparison trap. You kind of everything looks shiny and new and better than the other thing, and you get really tempted to just switch out curriculum, buy new things. And I actually did this my first year of homeschooling, and you can just end up spending hundreds to thousands of dollars on switching curriculums and trying the new fancy things, trying what other people are trying. And I would just highly recommend, first of all, go watch my how to start homeschooling video if you haven't, because there's a lot of steps you need to take before you start actually homeschooling and before you buy curriculum. And that was the mistake I made. I didn't know what my homeschool style was before I bought curriculum, and I actually got lucky because I guess I kind of had a feel for what my style was, that this curriculum would fit it, but you really need to know what your style is before you buy curriculum. So figure that out first, and then buy your curriculum and just kind of try to settle into it and try to write out if something really isn't working. Of course, it's okay to switch it out and to get something new and something that you think might work better for your child and for you. But I would really recommend trying to stick with the same curriculum. It can be super confusing and hard on your child to switch curriculums a lot, and the truth of it is most curriculum out there do a really good job of teaching your child these subjects. So try to just stick with what you have and don't get distracted by all of the shiny new better looking things out there. Tip number 4, come up with a general homeschool rhythm, not a rigid schedule. This was such an eye-opener for me. I feel like I kind of like tried and tested everything throughout my first year of homeschooling, because when I started, I was new to all of it and I didn't really know what I was doing, and I've really kind of have figured it out along the way, which is just kind of the way it goes. But following just a general kind of rhythm is going to be so much more beneficial to you and your children than having like a really strict, rigid schedule when this is also new for you. And I would recommend just kind of like coming up with like a daily rhythm of how you think things are gonna go, kind of how you're thinking you're gonna have your subjects laid out, maybe when you're gonna take a break in between, have lunch, when you're gonna do read alouds, all of those sorts of things, instead of having it be like, okay, Monday is this, and if we don't get it done, then we're gonna spend all day trying to finish it, and you're gonna be super frustrated, and it's just you're not gonna be happy with what you're doing here. So try to just kind of come up with like a gentle rhythm until you kind of get your footing and you figure out what works for you, which leads me into tip number 5. You are going to have this rhythm now, but you have to also be very comfortable, flexible, and know that it is okay to pivot. Now, this is kind of hard for someone like me because I do kind of like things to go according to plan. But once you are, dealing with children in general, like things never go according to plan. But especially once you start homeschooling as well, you're just going to quickly find out that you might have this rhythm in place, but rarely do things go according to plan. So just know that it is okay for that. Like, it's okay to pivot. It's okay to, switch things around. Maybe that day you're just gonna like do a little interest-led learning. Maybe you guys are just gonna put away all of the curriculum altogether and you're just gonna like go on a field trip. You're gonna go to the park. You're just not gonna do it that day. And that is totally, totally okay. That is so, so normal. We are all doing that, all of us homeschool parents. And that is like kind of the beauty of it too. Like, that's what I think is so funny about this is most of us choose home education for the freedom aspect of it, to be able to like, educate our children when we want to on our own terms with what we want to educate them with. But then when the flexibility kicks in, we kind of panic and we start to stress and we go back into this like rigidity of it. But we chose it to be flexible. And I think it's just the most fascinating thing how it kind of like messes with our brains. So I have to remind myself on those days that things pivot, which is most days, if I'm being honest with you, that's life. It's normal. And I chose home education for this reason, for the ability to pivot and to be super, super flexible. I have like a million other homeschool tips for you. So if you want me to make another video with more homeschool tips, I would be happy to. Just let me know. But I hope that these help to encourage you today and let you know that like, you've got this, you're not alone. We're all in this together. We're all learning together, and you can totally, totally do this. I am right here. I am on your side. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm so, so happy that you are here and that we are on this journey together. Like, it's so amazing having this community of people to be on this journey with. I appreciate you guys so, so much from the bottom of my heart. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.